We are in a chapter called Light. We completed 8 periods in this particular chapter and completed the reflection part of the lesson. In this lesson, what I told in the previous classes is, what is light, which are the properties of light, which are the properties of light we are going to learn in this particular chapter, and I told you something about the reflection, laws of reflection, images, nature of the images, what is real image, what is virtual image. Real image is an image which can be caught on the screen, virtual image is an image which cannot be caught on the screen, and in the case of a mirrors, real image is an image which is going to form in front of the mirror, and virtual image is a type of image which is going to form behind the mirror. Then what is erect image, what is inverted image, and what is enlarged image, diminished image, same size, and types of mirrors, plane mirror and spherical mirror, different types of spherical mirrors like concave mirror and convex mirror. What is the difference between these concave and convex mirrors? These are all we studied, and we also know how to draw ray diagrams. Ray diagram is a very important part of the chapter. Now we are in a position of answering, solving problems based on reflection of light. To understand problems based on the reflection of light, first thing we have to understand the new Cartesian sign convention. In the previous class I told you about new convention, new Cartesian sign convention. What it tells? Very simple. Whenever you think about a mirror, the mirror is having an aperture. Midpoint of the mirror is called the pole of the mirror. You have to keep the pole of the mirror coinciding with the origin of the coordinate system and place the mirror in such a manner, the reflecting surface of the mirror should be facing left side of the graph. By that, we can have a sign convention. Sign convention means plus or minus. The plus or minus is mainly based on which position is a position that particular object is having in that Cartesian system. To understand this one, since the reflecting surface is always facing left side, the object is placed always left side of the mirror, therefore object distance should be always taken as negative. And therefore object means the object distance is given by the symbol U. U is always taken as negative. That is the first thing. The second thing is regarding the focal length. We have two different types of spherical mirror. One is called the concave mirror, another one is called the convex mirror. In the case of a concave mirror, the principal focus is in front of the mirror, therefore the focal length is negative in the case of a concave mirror. I repeat, focal length of the concave mirror is negative. Same way, focal length of the convex mirror is positive because it is in the right side of the graph. Right? Regarding the focal length of the concave mirror is negative, focal length of the convex mirror is positive. Regarding the image distance is given by the letter V. Image distance, the sign for the real image is negative. If it is a real image is going to form in front of the mirror, it is negative, and the sign for the virtual image is positive. If it is real image, it is negative, virtual image, it is positive. And then height of the image or object. Above the principal axis what we measure it positive, below the principal axis what we say is negative. That we are going to use it in the equation called magnification. There are three equations we are going to deal to solve the problems based on reflection of light using mirrors. One is R is equal to 2F. There R stands for radius of curvature, F stands for focal length. The next is mirror formula, very famous formula. Mirror formula 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. There U is there, V is there, F is there. When to take negative sign, when to take positive sign, that you have to think. And third one is related to magnification. Magnification given by the letter M. It is a ratio of image height to object height. H dash by H. M is equal to H dash by H, or M is equal to minus V by U. Image distance divided by object distance. And we can have an equation related to height of the object and what is known as the image distance or object distance. That is h dash by h is equal to minus v by u. Using this formula, we are going to solve the problems. See children, don't be in the impression. Always, I have seen many children, I wanted to tell you in Kannada. It is a fashion now. Maths kashta alla. Maths ಅನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಗಣಿತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಕಲಿದು ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಜಿಮ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಗಣಿತವನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಯಸ್ ವರ್ಧಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಆಯಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚುತ್ತದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್. If you wanted to look smart, beautiful, then you learn maths, because the mathematics gives the wonderful exercise for your brain. And when whoever learns mathematics with an interest, definitely I tell you, he can lead his life very nicely. Maths ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದವರೇ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಜೀವನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸನ್ನು ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು. ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸನ್ನು ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್, once, twice, thrice, concentrate, you can easily understand. Before going to what is known as the learning how to solve a problem in the chapter called light, I give some examples related to new Cartesian sign convention. First, try to understand that. Once you understand, maths is a skill subject. Maths is like a driving. Maths is like swimming. Driving is difficult. The person who doesn't know to drive a car, he always find this very difficult. Once you understand the driving, whenever you feel like driving, you can drive, because it is a skill. Swimming, difficult. But once you learn, lifelong you can remember, like maths also like that. Once you learn lifelong, your life becomes wonderful, your longevity, lifespan becomes increases, you look smart. You see, the people who know mathematics, they are very confident in life. They walk straight. They are very straightforward people. They have a lot of confidence and they enjoy their life. Therefore, always learn mathematics. It is a time for you to learn mathematics. Now, take some examples of new Cartesian sign convention. Examples to learn new Cartesian sign convention. That we have to do now. First thing. First sentence, focal length of a mirror is equal to minus 1.5. That is a statement. Focal length of a mirror is minus 1.5 meter. It means to say that minus stands for concave. This mirror is a concave mirror, therefore its focal length is taken as a minus 1.5. It is not minus 1.5. It is 1.5 meter only, but the focal length is taken as negative side of the graph. Negative side of the graph. Number is not negative. Where it is situated, it is negative side of the graph. Therefore, focal length of the mirror is minus 1.5. Then we can easily say that it is a concave mirror. It is a concave mirror. Some people having even in the case of the lens also, spectacles, they tell what is your power? Minus 0.5. Minus means it is not a number minus. It is minus means concave lens. He is using concave lens. The same way, focal length of a mirror is plus 25 centimeter. Here see the plus. Plus refers to convex. Plus sign refers to convex, and this is the measurement. What is the length? 25 centimeter is the focal length. Here minus sign refers to concave mirror, and 1.5 meter is the length of the focal length in the negative side. That is the idea. Therefore, focal length minus if they are given, concave you have to take. Plus they are given, you have to take convex. Suppose if they are given focal length of a concave mirror is 1.5 meter, but you have to take it as minus 1.5. If they give concave, you should take minus. If they give convex, you have to take plus. If they give minus, you have to consider that mirror as a concave. And if they are given plus, you have to consider that mirror as a convex. Right. Now, the second example is image, regarding the image distance. Image distance is given as minus 30 centimeter. V is equal to minus 30 centimeter. Means, try to understand, this image is a real image. Image is formed in the left side of the graph. Therefore, it is minus. Therefore, this image is what? Real image. If the image is formed in front of a mirror is a real image, then you have to take the image distance as negative. Image distance is plus 25, plus they given, then it is virtual. It is behind the mirror. If it is in front of the mirror, you have to take it as a real image. In a real image, you have to take the sign as negative. Therefore, remember, real image means negative sign. Virtual image means positive sign. Right? Regarding the focal length, minus means concave, plus means convex. Regarding the image, minus means real image, plus means virtual image. Now, we go for the magnification. You know what is magnification? Magnification is the ratio of image height to object height. Here, the height of the image, if it is inverted image, it is negative. See, here minus is there, therefore you can say that the nature of the image is inverted. It is inverted. Here there is a number. What is the number? 3. 3 is more than 1. If it is more than 1, it is enlarged. Try to understand. Equation for magnification. Magnification is equal to image height by object height. Right? It is very simple. It is very simple mathematics. It is image height by object height. If both are same, that is also equal to h dash by h. If both are same, we can cancel them, right? If both are same, we can cancel them. When we cancel them, we get 1. If both are same means what? Image height is equal to object height. Therefore, it is the same size. If it is same size, we get the number 1. If image height is smaller and object height is more, then we get a number less than 1. Suppose image height is more and object height is less, we get a number greater than 1. Now see, we get greater than 1 or equal to 1 or less than 1, right? If it is greater than 1, it is enlarged. If it is equal to 1, same size. If it is less than 1, diminished. Try to understand. In the magnification, we have to think two things here. See, which are the two things we have to see? I repeat once again. See this number, minus 3. This minus and 3 are not related. This minus tells that is the image is erect or inverted. If it is minus, it is inverted. If it is plus, it is erect. And this number tells, this number is there, 3. Is this number is greater than 1, equal to 1 or less than 1? It is greater than 1. Therefore, it is enlarged. Here see, the second one, 0.5. No sign is given. If there is no sign, you have to consider which sign? Positive sign, plus. The plus sign represents the image is erect. Image is erect. Plus is for erect. 0.5 number. See the number. 0.5. 0.5 is less than 1. When less than 1 means it is diminished. It is diminished. Less than 1 means diminished. Greater than 1 means enlarged. Equal to 1 means same size. Plus means erect image. Minus means inverted image. Simple. There are two things it is. Separate entities. Side is different, number is different. This is not, don't consider this as minus 3. It is not a number. Minus is for erect or what is known as inverted. 3 it is for the magnification. Right? Now we see here. Plus 1. Plus stands for what? Erect. Plus stands for erect. And 1 stands for same size. Same size. In plane mirror, we get the magnification as plus 1. In plane mirror, we get erect images of the same size. If I stand in front of a mirror, I can see my same size and the erect image. That is plus 1. See here, this is minus 1. Minus stands for inverted. Inverted. Minus stands for inverted. 1 stands for same size. Same size. These things you have to remember before solving a problem. I repeat once again. Which are the things you have to remember in new Cartesian sign convention regarding the focal length? Focal length is given by the symbol F. If it is concave mirror, you should take it as negative. If it is convex mirror, you should take it as positive. Next question arises why? Because if the concave mirror is facing left side, focal length is also in the left side. The left side of the graph is negative. Right side of the graph is positive. That you have to understand. In x-axis, this is origin. This side is plus, this side is minus. Concave mirror is facing this side and its focal length is here. Therefore, it is negative. Convex mirror, the focal length is in the right side. Therefore, it is positive. Regarding what is known as image distance. Real image forms in front of the mirror. Therefore, it is minus. Real image is given by minus sign. Virtual image is given by positive sign. Regarding magnification. Magnification number, we have two entities. One is the sign, another one is the number. Sign gives the information of the image is erect or inverted. If it is inverted, negative. If it is erect, it is positive. The number tells if it is greater than 1, it is enlarged. Equal to 1, it is same size. Less than 1, it is diminished. This is a very simple thing. Using this, we start solving the problem. I start the problem with the basic smaller questions given in the textbook. Then I go for the bigger questions, right? 4 questions. Very simple question. I start with the easy questions what they are given in the textbook. Why? Because you don't say that maths is difficult. Maths is wonderful subject. When you learn maths, you can see the you can see the intelligence oozing out of the face of a person who likes maths. Mathematics is a wonderful subject. It makes our life wonderful. Learn maths very nicely. Okay. Now, these are the questions. The majority of the questions are not mathematical questions. The first question is, define the principal focus of a concave mirror. Concave mirror. Remember, concave mirror means you have to use the word converge. Convex mirrors, if they give, you have to use the word diverge. Right? Define the principal focus of a concave mirror. You already written this. What it is? A ray of light parallel to the principal axis, incidenting on a concave mirror after the reflection passes through a point on the principal axis called the principal focus. I repeat, ray of light parallel to the principal axis, incident to the concave mirror, after the reflection passes through a point on the principal axis called the principal focus. Right? The next question is, second question. First question is same thing. You can easily write this question. Principal focus of a concave mirror, principal focus is given by the letter F. You can use the word converge. How? A ray of light parallel to the principal axis, incident on a concave mirror, converge to a point on the principal axis called principal focus. Like that also you can write. The second question is, the radius of curvature of a spherical mirror is not given which mirror it is. Radius of curvature of a spherical mirror is 20 meter. Therefore, R is equal to 20 meter. Always you have to see the units. Normally they make you to confuse meter and centimeter they give. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. That you have to remember. If they give one in meter, another one in centimeter, you have to convert both in same units. Here, radius is equal to 20 meter. Radius of curvature. What is its focal length? You have to find the focal length. What is the equation for finding focal length? What is the relationship between focal length and radius of curvature? F is equal to R by 2. F is equal to R by 2. R is given as 20 meter. Therefore, F is equal to 20 divided by 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10 meter. Don't say that mathematics is difficult. 20 divided by 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10, which is a unit meter, 10 meter. Therefore, the focal length of that particular mirror is 10 meters. Simple, right? That is the second question. Third question is, name a mirror that can give an erect and enlarged image. Two conditions has to be satisfied. It should be erect and enlarged. We have three mirrors. One is concave, convex and plane mirror. concave, convex and plane mirror. Only three mirrors. See, first I start with the plane mirror. In a plane mirror, we get erect image. First condition is satisfied. But we don't get enlarged image. We get an image of same size. Therefore, it cannot be a plane mirror. Gone. Then I go to the convex mirror. Convex mirror is one such mirror. It gives erect image, right? It gives erect image. But the image of the convex mirror is always diminished. Always smaller. Therefore, it cannot be convex. It cannot be plane. It cannot be convex. Then it should be concave. But we verified. Only three are there. Convex, concave, plane. It is not plane mirror. It is not convex mirror. Then it should be what? Concave mirror. Erect image. In the concave mirror, we get erect image only when the object is placed. There are 6 positions where we can keep the object. One is at infinity. We get inverted image. Beyond C, we get inverted image. At C, we get inverted image. Between F and C, we get inverted image. At F, we get inverted image. But when the object is placed between P and F, we get erect image and virtual image, and it is enlarged image. Therefore, erect and enlarged image, if you wanted to get, you have to use which mirror? Concave mirror. And in the concave mirror, where the object should be placed? Object should be placed between P and F. That is the answer for the third question. Name the mirror. Answer is concave mirror. But if they ask in which position we have to keep the object, we have to keep the object between P and F. That the same concept is used in what is known as the shaving mirrors, and what is known as the dentist use the concave mirror to see the dental decay. That condition is. Fourth and the last question of the first unit is, why do we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicles? Why we prefer convex mirror means, convex mirror always produces diminished erect images, therefore the driver can able to see larger view behind the vehicle. Therefore we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror. Why? Because driver can able to see larger area behind the vehicle. For that purpose, we use convex mirror as a rear view mirror. This is the few questions. One unit of the questions they are given in the textbook. I start with the easier questions. Why? Because you should get confidence of answering the questions given in the textbook, and don't say that it is difficult. It is not difficult. SLC is not difficult. If you are concentrate on the subject, all the chapters are very nice, all the subjects are also very nice, and get very good marks in SLC, and by that you can make the foundation for your higher studies. Second set of problem given in the textbook. Very simple questions they are given in the textbook. Don't say that these questions are difficult. These questions are very easy, and always try to understand this. Any student in your classroom, you imagine a student who can able to solve problems of science, definitely that student is very brilliant student of the classroom. Therefore, if you wanted to become brilliant student of the classroom, solve the problems of the science. Science problems to solve, you should have an application mind. Why? Because you have to think about the units, you can think about the science, and you have to follow the mathematical principle. Therefore, to become intelligent, solve the problems of science, right? The questions are very simple it is. The second set of question is, the second unit is, find the focal length of a convex mirror whose radius of curvature is 32 centimeters. Just now I finished this type of question. What is given in this problem is, radius of curvature is given. Radius of curvature is given as 32 centimeter. The first problem what they are given is in meters. Here it is given in the centimeter. When students should able to understand the concept of meter and a centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Always remember. It is for general knowledge, common sense. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. R is equal to 32 centimeter. Right? R means what? Radius of curvature. We have to find the focal length. Then what is the relationship between focal length and the radius of curvature? F is equal to R by 2. F is equal to R by 2. This is the formula. Then F F is equal to R is given as 32. 32 divided by 2. You have to divide 32 by 2. 32 divided by 2 is 16. 16. 16 2s are 32. Which is the unit you have to write? Centimeter. F is equal to 16 centimeter. Very simple. The first problems are mainly based on what is known as the first equation. R is equal to 2F or F is equal to R by 2. Now the second question. Second question is very nice question. The second question is an application type of question. Now only the intelligent student can understand in the first instance only. You are intelligent, therefore read the question again. A concave mirror, remember, concave mirror. How is the concave mirror, where it is placed, what is the focal length, everything you have to take into mind. Produces 3 times magnified, 3 times magnified. People may not be able to understand what the word magnified, therefore he is given in bracket enlarged, 3 times enlarged. If we given 10 centimeter, it becomes 30 centimeter. Enlarged. Real image is it negative or positive? It is negative. Real image is negative, virtual image is positive. Real image of an object placed at 10 centimeter. How much it is? 10 centimeter. Object distance is 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter in front of it. Where is the image located? We have to find the image position of the image. That is V we have to calculate. We have to calculate what? V. What image? Real image. See, now we have to have an approach of this particular lesson. I erase this. See, we write the data given. What are given? Concave mirror. This is also one of the data items. Concave mirror. Magnification is 3 times. Therefore, M is equal to 3. M is equal to what? 3. But he is not given erect or enlarged. Therefore, I have not put any sign there. M is equal to 3 times magnification. He is able to get. And real image. Therefore, image is real. Image is real means we have to take minus V. We have to take what? Minus V. Because real image is given by negative sign. And then object is placed, U. Object is placed. I written mu, it is U. U is equal to 10 centimeter. But object is always placed negative. You have to take object is as always negative. You have to take it at minus 10. U is equal to minus 10. Object is always kept in the left side. Therefore it is minus. Image, real image is coming in the left side, therefore minus. And where is the image located? We have to find the value of V. Now see, M, V and U, which is the relation, which is the formula? M is equal to minus V by U. This is the formula. For magnification, you have 2 formulas. One is M is equal to H dash by H. That is the height of the what is known as object and image. Here image distance they are given, object is placed. Therefore, M is equal to minus V by U formula I am going to take. The value of M is equal to 3. Value of M is equal to 3. And this minus, I write minus. V should be taken as minus because the image is real. Minus V. Divided by, U should be taken as what is known as minus. U should be taken as minus. Minus 10. Try to understand. Very simple. I repeat it again. Magnification. 3 times he told, that's why I written 3. Minus this side. V is really told, therefore minus V I taken. U is always taken as negative. Value of U is given, that is 10. Now see the sign. What happens? 3 is equal to, this is minus into minus, plus. Plus divided by minus is minus. Minus V by 10. Minus V by 10. Now I cross multiply. 3 into 10 is 30. 30 is equal to minus V. 30 is equal to minus V. This is the answer we already got. the image is going to form 30 centimeter in the negative side. Therefore, V is equal to minus 30. V is equal to minus 30. Therefore, the answer is, try to understand this, don't consider this as a minus 30. Minus means it is kept in the left side. 30 centimeter from the pole of the mirror. When the object is placed 10 centimeter from the pole of the mirror, image is going to form 30 centimeter from the pole of the mirror in the left side. Therefore, the image is what is known as real image. Therefore, the answer is 30 centimeter from the pole of the mirror in the left side of the graph. That is the answer for this particular question. Which mirror it is? Concave mirror. What type of image? Real image. Therefore, V is taken as minus V. Object is always taken as negative because it is the left side. That is minus 30. Then you have to simplify. The answer is V is equal to minus 30. What it means? Minus means it is a real image. How far from the pole of the mirror? 30 centimeter away from the pole of the mirror. That is the answer for this particular question. To solve the questions given in the exercise of the chapter, there I selected the questions of reflection. That exercise is having a questions of reflection as well as refraction. I picked the questions of reflection and solved. Therefore, I have not written the number. You have to check the question textbook and write the number using that. Only I am going to solve the problems of reflection because we completed only the reflection part of the chapter. It is an exercise. It is a multiple choice question. See, these are questions we are finding difficult to write the questions on the board. Multiple choice it is, right? You can easily answer all these questions. The image formed by a concave mirror is observed to be virtual, erect and larger than the object. Concave mirror. In the concave mirror you have to get virtual image, erect image and enlarged image. Where should be the position of the object? Very simple question. You have already written the what is known as ray diagram, therefore you can easily understand. In concave mirror, we get virtual image at only one position, that is between P and F. When the object, there are 6 positions, you remember this. When the object is placed at infinity, we get a real image. Object is placed beyond the C, we get a real image. Of the object at C, we get a real image. Object between F and C, we get real image. Object is at F, we get a real image. Object is between P and F, then we get a virtual image, erect image and enlarged image. Therefore, the position should be A, B, C, D, they are given. First one, between the principal focus and center of curvature, wrong it is. Between F and C is telling it is wrong. Here we get what? Real image. At the center of curvature, wrong it is because we get a real image. Beyond the center of curvature, beyond C, it is a wrong answer. Between the pole of the mirror and the principal focus, therefore the right answer is D. When we keep the object between pole of the mirror and the principal focus, we get the image behind the mirror. Therefore it is virtual image. Virtual images are always erect images and enlarged image. Therefore the first multiple choice answer is D, between pole of the mirror and the principal focus. We have already written what is known as the ray diagram for this particular question. Second question, you have to solve the question number, that is your task. You have to search it. Then you can understand how many questions are there, which are the questions of mirrors, which are the questions of lenses. You can understand. The second question is, no matter how far you stand from a mirror, you are standing in front of a mirror. Forget about the distance, whichever way is the distance. No matter how far you stand from a mirror, your image appears erect. Always you have to get erect image. Always you have to get erect image. Then the mirror is likely to be. Which is that mirror? Again, I repeat, how many mirrors we are talking about? 3 mirrors. Plane mirror, concave mirror, convex mirror. Right? In concave mirror, what happens? Whenever we stand beyond C, at C, between F and C, we get inverted image. He wants what image? erect image. Therefore, it cannot be concave mirror. But in the case of a plane mirror, wherever you stand, you get an erect image, because the plane mirror always forms what image? Virtual image, erect image. And in the case of a convex mirror also, we get erect image, because convex mirror is one type of mirror. It always produces virtual, erect and diminished image. Therefore, the answer is only plane. Wrong it is, because plane mirror, no doubt plane mirror produces erect image. Along with the plane mirror, convex mirror also always produces what is known as erect image. Therefore, this answer is not right. Only concave, it is absolutely wrong. Concave mirror produces inverted images. Only one case only it produces erect image. Only convex, it is also wrong. Why? Because plane mirror also produces erect images. D, either plane or convex, right, it is right. Because plane mirror also produces erect image, always produces erect images, and convex mirror is always produces what is known as erect image. But convex mirror always produces erect images and diminished images, whereas plane mirror produces erect images and the size of the object is same as the size of the image is same as the size of the object. Therefore, the answer is D. Right? And third question. This is a very lengthier question. The question is like this. We wish to obtain, we like to obtain erect image, erect image of an object. We want erect image of an object using concave mirror. Try to understand. Concave mirror produces erect images only under one condition. When the object is placed between P and F, then only we get erect images. Why? Because in that position only it produces virtual image. In all other cases, there are 6 positions. Again I repeat, 6 position is at infinity, beyond C, at C, between F and C, at F. All these conditions, the concave mirror produces real image and inverted image. Now I wanted what image? Erect image. In the case of a concave mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. The focal length of the concave mirror is 15 centimeter is given. What should be the range of distance of the object from the mirror? Very simple English. We understood that concave mirror produces erect image when the object is placed between P and F. Here the focal length is 15 centimeter. Therefore, what should be the range of the distance of the object from the mirror? The object should be in the range within 15 centimeter. P and F, no. P and F. F is at a distance of 15 centimeter. Therefore, any distance less than 15, we keep the object, we get erect image. We can keep it at 14 centimeter. We can keep it at 13 centimeter from the pole of the mirror. 10 centimeter, whatever it is. The range of distance is up to 15 centimeter range. We can keep the object to get erect image by using concave mirror. Simple. Understood? Concave mirror produces erect image when the object is placed between P and F. What is the F given? 15 centimeter. Therefore, the range less than 15 centimeter in front of the concave mirror, we get erect image. 15 centimeter range. Up to 15 centimeter we can keep. The second part of the question is, what is the nature of the image? Very simple. The nature of the image when the object is placed between P and F, in the case of a concave mirror, is virtual, erect, enlarged. Virtual, erect, enlarged. That is the nature of the image. First part is up to 15 centimeter range we can keep the object. The nature of the image is virtual, erect, enlarged. Third question of this is the image larger or smaller? It is the funniest part of the question. The fellow who coined the question, it is, I don't think so. Why is enlarged means it is larger. Is it larger or smaller? Larger than the object. Simple. Third question and the second question is one and the same. It is larger than the object. Fourth part of the question is, draw a ray diagram to show the image formation in this case. You have to write the ray diagram when the object is placed between P and F in the case of a concave mirror. I write I write this one. The concept is very simple. The first one is focal length of the concave mirror is 15 centimeter. What is the range of the object? We can get the erect image is up to 15 centimeter range. Second is, what is the nature of the image? It is virtual and erect. And it is larger or smaller? It is larger. Now I am going to write the ray diagram. For writing ray diagram, I require board. Therefore, I erase this part of the question. See, to write the ray diagram, first question, there, first one is, I want to put a mark. And mark is C. That is what? Center of curvature. Which mirror? Concave mirror. I take the compass with a convenient radius, let's see as center, I draw an arc. Right? I convert that arc as a concave mirror by shading the right side. This is MN. And I want to identify the midpoint of the mirror. It is not required exact midpoint. Somewhere in the midpoint, it is somewhere here. It is P. That is called the pole of the mirror. Now I join P and C and extend to get the principal axis. Principal axis I got. Now I am going to identify the midpoint of PC. Midpoint of PC. It is somewhere here. It is F, principal focus. This is the basic. Right. Now where to keep the object? According to him, object should be placed between P and F. Between P and F. I should place an object between P and F here. Anywhere between P and F. In this problem, the focal length is given as 15 centimeter. This length may be 15 centimeter. Be anywhere from 0 to 15 centimeter. We can keep the object to get what is known as the erect image. I keep it here. This is the object. This is the object. I name the object as AB. Right? Now I change the color. The two conditions I have to select. One condition is, since CF are completed, we go to P. A ray of light coming from the object obliquely incident on the principal axis at the pole of the mirror. After the reflection follows the law of reflection, that is, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, like this. Right? The another ray passing through, and always we select this ray. Why? Because once you write the straight line over, both incident ray and reflected ray, both are one. I don't want to extend afterwards. See. This is the incident ray, the same ray becomes the reflected. See both the reflected rays. They are the divergent beam in the front. Therefore, they are not going to intersect in the front of the mirror. They are going to intersect behind the mirror. Therefore, what we have to do is, we have to extend them behind the mirror. I extend by dot capital. One. I extend this. Both the reflected ray, they intersect at this point. Here, write the image. The image is A dash, B dash. Where is the image? Image is behind the mirror. Therefore, it is virtual. It is erect. It is enlarged. The answer for the third question is, the first question is, the focal length of the mirror is 15 centimeter. What is the range of the object position by which we can get the erect image? The range is from 0 to 15. We should not keep the 15 and 0. Between 0 and 15. Between 0 and 15 from anywhere between 1 centimeter to what is known as 14 centimeter or 14 and a half centimeter. Between 0 and 15. Second question is, what is the nature of the image? It is virtual, it is erect. And is it smaller or bigger? Bigger, larger. Write the ray diagram, I written the ray diagram. Therefore, the few questions of the exercise I completed. Now the next task is hard problems, nice problems. Then we are going to solve those problems in the next class.
Assignment number 124. First question. Find the focal length of a convex mirror whose radius of curvature is 40 centimeter. Second question. Define the term principal focus of a concave mirror. Third question. In which position of the object we get erect and enlarged image in the case of a concave mirror? Fourth one. Magnification, that is the M of an image, is -3. What it means? You have to verify it with a sign as well as number. -3. Fifth one. Name the type of mirrors used in the following. First one, solar furnace. Second one, shaving mirror. Third one, rear view mirror. The dressing table mirror. Sixth question. Focal length of a concave mirror. It is an application type of question. Think and write. Focal length of a concave mirror is 20 centimeter. If an object is placed at the following distances from the pole of the mirror in front of this mirror, write the nature of the image formed. A. At 16 centimeter. Focal length is 20 centimeter given. When the object is placed at 16 centimeter from the pole of the mirror, what is the nature of the image? B. At 20 centimeter. C. 30 centimeter. D. 40 centimeter. E. 50 centimeter. You have to think that focal length is 20 and then you have to imagine that it is between P and F or at F or beyond C, like that you have to think and write the nature of the image. Thank you.